Hello everyone. The course name is Banking Regulation and Operations. The unit is Banker and Customer Relationship, and the topic that we'll be covering in this presentation will be the joint Hindu family. So what is a Hindu undivided family or a joint Hindu family? The meaning: an HUF, that is Hindu undivided family, under the Hindu law of India is a family which consists of all persons linearly descended from a common ancestor and includes their wives and unmarried daughters. An HUF cannot be created under a contract. It is automatically created in a Hindu family. Sikhs, Jains, and Buddhists are also covered under the HUF concept. So, Hindu undivided family is again a kind of association where all the people, a person or individuals who belong to a single Hindu family will become a member by birth and not by a contract. So, HUF cannot be considered, compared to some other kind of associations like a club or a company or a partnership kind of firms, but it is not created because it is not created by a contract, but it is created by a birth. So any person who is born into a Hindu family, an undivided family, okay, he will be a member of the HUF by birth. And when I say the Hindu undivided family, even Sikhs, Jains, and Buddhists are covered under the HUF concept, but whereas the Muslims or Christians are not covered under this HUF concept of the um, country under the Hindu law. Coming to the various features of an HUF. So these are the various features through which we can identify an HUF. The first one is the concept of Karta. So Karta is considered to be the head of a Hindu undivided family, and normally the Karta will be the senior most male member of the particular family. So a female member cannot be considered as the Karta because she cannot become the head of an HUF, right? Second one is the concept of co-parceners. So a co-parcener is any person who acquires the interest in the joint family property by birth. Okay, so even your daughters or your son can become the co-partner in your HUF property. So even their respective children and grandchildren, which can be either male or female, would also by birth become co-partners and have a share in the HUF property. Right? When I speak about the wives of the no co-partners, a wife is a member of the HUF, but she cannot become a co-partner. So this is the concept of co-partner, right? Coming to the third feature of an HUF, which is no scope of a bill. So obviously when someone is born into an HUF, obviously he gets all his rights into that family property by birth. So there is no scope of a written bill in that particular HUF family. So even if a karta or some other co-partner has created a bill which is in favor of his wife or his kids, that does not have a legal existence because a bill is not applicable to a HUF's property, right? The fourth feature is it applies only to Hindus, which is already mentioned. Like the Hindu law of the country states that only no people who are born to a Hindu family will be covered under this HUF concept, which can even include Sikhs, Jains, or Buddhists. So any other religious communities will not be covered under the HUF Act. Right? Coming to the next feature of an HUF, these females have right to maintenance. So before that, all males have equal rights. So in any HUF family, all the males, except for the Karta, will have the equal rights over the family property, whereas the females have the right to maintenance. This means that the females or the wives of the co-partner might not be having a direct, no. Right onto the property of the HUF, but they might be having the right to get maintenance from the co-partner. So these are the various features of an HUF. So there are certain precautions that the banker should take, right? He should take in case of opening the HUF account. The first one is the account. Whenever the banker opens the account for an HUF, the account should be in the name of the Karta or in the name of the family business. It cannot be opened in the name of a co-partner or in the name of any other female member of the family, right? The second, so the banker has to take a due consideration in this kind of thing. Second one is account should be duly introduced. So whenever an HUF account is opened in a bank, it should be duly introduced by an already existing account holder of the particular bank. Third one, names and signatures of all major co-partners. This means that whenever a HUF account is being opened, the names and signatures of all the co-partners who are above 18 years of age should be collected. Okay, the next precaution that the banker has to take is in case of the share of the deceased co-partner. Suppose one of the co-partner dies in between, right? Then his share of that particular account will be divisible equally among his wife, daughters, and any other female members as identified or defined in the particular act, right? The next precaution that the banker has to take is in terms of the rights and limitations of the karta. So when I say the rights and limitations of the karta, obviously the karta is the person who is supposed to operate the account, but at the same time he has got certain limitations in terms of operating the HUF account, right? So the karta has got an implied authority or the right to take a loan, okay, execute the required documents and pledge securities on behalf of the family only if the loan is taken for the sake of the business or of the joint property of the family. He cannot take a loan for his personal purpose through the HUF account, right? So that is one of the rights, whereas the limitation is the second one. He cannot take a loan against the HUF account for his personal purpose. So he can only borrow if it is for some purpose beneficial for the family. So this is about the rights and limitations. Coming to the next one, which is limit of the co-partner's liability towards a loan taken for HUF. So the co-partner's liability for loans granted is limited to the extent of his or her interest in the joint property. But if he is taking a loan along with the karta to ratify the loan, then in that case, he or she will become personally liable, right? So these are about the limitations of the co-partner's liability. And last one is the case of the minor as a co-partner. So if there is a minor co-partner, his guardian must sign the documents on his behalf, and when he reaches the age of 18, he should sign again to signify his assent to the undertaking given by the adult co-partner. So this is how the minor co-partner becomes a not a signatory, a member to the HUF account, right? So these are the various precautions a banker has to take while opening the HUF account in his branch or bank. Thank you.